Hello, class. This is Ryan Steinberg. It is November 4th, 2019, and I'm going to share with you guys about the roles of the pancreas and the liver in the digestive system. So let's see how we can put on my slideshow. Additionally, I've attached worksheets that go along with the lesson plan that we have. Basically talks about the functions of the pancreas and the functions of the liver as well. So let me pull up onto the screen. Let's see. Okay, share. All right. So the role of the pancreas and the liver in digestion. So let's see. So during the digestion, your pancreas actually makes pancreatic juices called enzymes. So I've labeled 3 specific enzymes that you will see within the pancreas. They break down sugars, they break down fats, and starches. Additionally, your pancreas helps by making hormones. Those are chemical messengers that travel through the blood. And they help regulate blood sugar levels, appetite. They stimulate stomach acids, and they also tell your stomach when it's empty. So 3 pancreatic enzymes that I focused on are lipase, protease, and amylase. So they, what these enzymes do is they empty into the upper part of your small intestine called the duodenum. And every day the pancreas is making about 8 ounces of digestive juice filled with enzymes. Lipase works with bile to break down fat in your diet. Our bodies will have trouble absorbing fat and the important fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K without the appropriate amount of lipase in it. Could look like diarrhea, fatty bowel movements if you don't have enough lipase. Protease is the enzyme that breaks down proteins in our diet, as you can hear the pro word of the tease. It helps to protect you from germs that could live in the small intestines, specific bacteria, yeast. If proteins aren't digested properly, they could cause allergic reactions. And then lastly, we have amylase. This enzyme helps to break down starches into sugar, which body can use for energy. If our bodies do not produce enough amylase, then we could get diarrhea from undigested carbohydrates. Next, we'll move on to the hormones. So unlike enzymes that are released into our digestive systems, hormones are actually released in the blood and carry messages to other parts of the digestive systems. The pancreatic hormones that we're going to look at are insulin, glucagon, and gastrin and amylin. So insulin is a hormone that's made in the cells of the pancreas known as beta cells. They can make up about 75% of the pancreatic hormone cells. Insulin is the hormone that helps your body use sugar for energy. And without enough insulin, your sugar levels will rise in your blood and you could develop diabetes. So glucagon is created by alpha cells, and they are 20% of the cells in the pancreas. And if your blood sugar gets too low, glucagon helps to raise it by sending a message to your liver release to store sugar. Gastrin is made by G cells in your stomach, but it also is made in the pancreas too. It stimulates your stomach to make gastric acid. So amylin is made in the beta cells and helps control appetite and stomach emptying. So some problems that you can see if the pancreas isn't functioning properly would be diabetes, which could happen if your beta cells don't produce enough insulin or your body can't use the insulin properly. You can have diabetes, and diabetes can also lead to gastroparesis, which could be a reduction in the motor functioning of the digestive system. There could also be, blood sugar spikes, symptoms like hunger and weight loss. And long-term, it could lead to heart and kidney diseases. Pancreatitis could also occur. That's when the pancreas is inflamed, and symptoms could be severe abdominal pain. A main cause is gallstones, but also it could be caused by too much alcohol. This would lead to, this could affect digestion, and because the enzymes aren't going to be available, it leads to diarrhea, malnutrition, and weight loss. The last one is pancreatic cancer. The majority of pancreatic cancer begins in cells that make enzymes for digestion. If you don't have enough pancreatic enzymes for normal digestion, it's very commonly found in pancreatic cancer. Symptoms could be a loss of appetite beforehand, indigestion, fatty stools, and weight loss. Moving on to the liver, we will see that the main three functions of the liver are to process nutrients absorbed by the small intestine, to create bile, which is stored within the gallbladder, and then there are also nutrients that are collected in the small intestine are then converted into the liver, where they're processed into what's needed to survive. So the primary role of the liver is to process nutrients absorbed in the small intestine. Part of the role is to be able to create bile, which creates and then breaks down fats and allows nutrients within the fat. But bile is actually stored within the gallbladder. But some things that it does is that it metabolizes nutrients such as carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, synthesizes proteins. Examples could be albumin, transferrin, protease inhibitors. It can actually store iron, copper, and different vitamins. A, D, and B12 are examples of that. Then also excretes. So it excretes bile salts and bilirubin as well. So those are two examples of how these two organs actually affect digestion. And I've also included some worksheets as well to be able to follow along. So that's just a little bit of an overview about how these two organs could affect all of our day-to-day life and our digestion. So thank you for your time.